9 minutes to the top of the hour. Welcome back. You're still watching Morning at NTV. I am Priva Nuwamanya. Now today on Art, Soul and Rhythm, our guest is not just a voice, she's a whole experience. A powerhouse vocalist, she's an electrifying performer, a captivating actor, and an artist on a mission to spread one thing, which is love. Now from her unforgettable debut concert, this was in 2015, to headlining stages like the Blankets and Wine, Jazz Safari, she has really become one of Uganda's brightest and most versatile stars. She's actually the voice behind hits like Can We Stay, Ndete, Love Lead, and her recent bangers 1, 2, 3, Go, and Jolie. She has also actually worked with legends like Maurice Kira and Sentinel said. She has also mastered jazz and soul with the Pragmo Jazz Band. And now she's back for season 4 of her monthly musical masterpiece, Solome Live. Please welcome the sensational Solome Basuuta to the show. Good morning.
You got the name right.
I got the name right.
Yay! Wa la 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 la. As I like beginning every time.
Behind the scenes, I actually had to practice the name Basuuta.
Basuuta. It's not Basuuta. It's not
Basuuta.
You know, maybe when I'm at the Grammys, I'll say Basuuta. Yeah, no, it's Basuuta.
When things finally change. Good to have you on the show.
Good to be here.
Now, your music career kicked off with a sold-out concert back in 2015. That's no small feat, by the way. Congratulations upon that.
Thank you so much.
What do you remember most about that night?
Oh my God, so many things. I think it was my first concert, definitely. So I was all nerves, absolutely all nerves. I remember, because I said the show, walking down the aisle. I think that was one of my biggest moments. I walked down the aisle in an awesome outfit by my friend Hannah Bamukunda.
Yes.
And I was crying, literally, like as if I was a bride, just crying. But I was really happy, and because it was so special, everyone was there. My church family was there, my dad and mom were there, my brothers and sisters. Like, it was almost like a film family fest. And it was really special. And I think I'm so thankful that I had a great team around me. A lady called Jennifer Ochoa, and I loved working with her, still do work with her. And that night has been the most, I think, special start to my career.
And that's amazing. Did you hold it in history somewhere on a camera?
Well, like, I think, like, yeah. No, I have photos. I have thousands of photos from that day. Yeah,
that's amazing. Now, you've been described as someone who actually expresses herself through the arts. Music, acting, performing. What does art mean to you personally?
I think it's the thing that I was called for. And now I can say that. Before then, it was just like, oh, you're having fun, you're doing so many productions at church, or you're doing so many productions elsewhere. But now, with retrospect and where I am now, for me, it's a calling. It's what I was born to do. You give me a mic, you give me a stage, you give me a place where I can sing or act or poetry, whatever it is, and it will come out of me naturally. And so for me, art is an expression of who I am, and it's what I was called to do on this earth, and I'm glad I'm doing it.
I'm kind of jealous, kind of.
Why?
Not though, but kind of, yeah. She gets to do something that I wanted to do in the next lifetime, yeah.
I'll put in my music video, the next one.
Please, I'll be available. So love seems to be the central theme of your work. I mean, from your album, The Song Love, to Love Nights, everything is love. You're all about love. Why is love such an important message to you?
I think the thing that you have struggled in the most is the thing I think is most magnified in the thing that you need to do for all your life. And so I've struggled like in relationships and identity and finding out who I am and how do I relate with people or with guys, you know, and having those struggles when I was growing up, you know, in the past. And so for me, around that area is where I kind of learned how to express myself through the music. And so my first album literally is about getting to know who I am, my identity and my identity in God, and how I see God, and how God is very intimate, and how he is love. And so I sing from that foundation. And so through all my music, I sing about love. It's a thing that I know how to kind of give and know how to communicate through my music, whether it's about God, whether it's about, you know, human
interaction.
Human interaction. It's about intimacy, it's about friendship, it's about family. Like Love Lead is really about nation and coming together in love.
Yeah.
That's how I wrote Love Lead. And so, yeah, that's my message. And I think that will be my message too.
I can really tell that if I woke you up at 3 a.m., you would speak about love non-stop for an hour.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So now you've shared the stage with the incredible talents like Maurice Kiria. You've also worked with the amazing Pragmo Jazz Band.
Yeah.
How have these experiences shaped your sound and growth as an artist?
Man, those have really been pivotal times. I backed up for Maurice Kiria way back in 2009 or 2010, around there.
Wow.
And that was...
Does it smell nice?
Maurice, do you smell nice?
Asking for all the girls out there.
I don't know. No, he's really a cool guy. Let me just say that. He's a cool guy.
Yes.
And he's become a really dear friend and a mentor along my journey. And so that has been quite pivotal. And a friend of mine, Nora Ilukor, actually, who passed away a week ago, introduced me to him. And I backed up for him, and I was just learning about the industry. And but he kind of helped me and showed me a few strings here and there. And then also working with Pragmo Jazz Band was another pivotal time where I was learning how to sing soul music and jazz music. And Pragmo is an amazing keyboardist. And also under his wing, I grew and I learned a lot. And then I think another pivotal time is when I was introduced to another gentleman called Fred Wallace of First Love Studios in 2016. Now he is my music director and vocal coach since then. And he introduced me in really honing my gift and learning so many different details about music and about vocals and about vocal techniques and about growing. And so I think those different points have kind of brought me to this point where I can stand on stage and people say, I was hearing your words, exceptional performer.
You really are.
That started way back, you know, in church, and then Maurice Kiria. So just different points of the journey have kind of shaped me to the artist that I am now.
And learning from different people who have been there before.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Absolutely.
I think with growth, you kind of have to be open to learning from people that have been there before you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Let's talk about your range.
Yes.
Really, really amazing. I mean, from soulful ballads to Afrobeat bangers like
know.
Wendy and Sukuma. You're going crazy. Your singles are amazing. What inspires your sound?
Man, I think one, I start from the message, and then the sound is just complementing that. So a lot of what you hear online from Solome Basuuta, you'll hear R&B and soul. And then you'll hear the Ndetes and the Sukumas and the Wendis that are more Afrobeaty vibes.
Yes.
And then you'll hear a very weird song like 1, 2, 3, Go, which is very jive and very upbeat music. So the whole point in there is the music, is the message.
Yeah.
It is love. I love speaking about stories. Like, if you wake me up and say, Solome, sing this song, and it has a story, I will sing it. Wendy. And so, and for me, the message, the story is the beginning, and then the music comes and kind of complements that. And so hence me being in so many different genres. And so that's why I say I don't have a genre per se. I like saying I have the love genre. The love genre.
I think it works. Let's add it to the R&Bs, the hip hops, the
love genre,
the rocks. The love genre works.
Yes, it absolutely works.
Now, I noticed also, like, still talking about genres.
Yes.
You're not just limited to one genre. If anything, you collaborated with Nelly said on Love Lead.
Yes.
So I wonder what it felt like blending your soulful style with Nelly said's Luga Flow.
Luga Flow, thank you.
Rap. How did that come along?
Man, I was introduced to Nelly said. We did another show that my team came up with called Love Meets Hip Hop. As you can see, everything love. Yeah, people are going to say this woman. So Love Meets Hip Hop is where I met him.
Yes.
Nelly said, The Myth, and Sandra Nankoma. So we did a beautiful show at Zone 7. And so I met him there. And so when I wrote this song, Love Lead, way back in 2016, we actually recorded this song during COVID. And then it came out of there was a political atmosphere that was happening at that time. And so I wrote that song, and I said, I need a rap on this song. And I said, and I want someone who is different from me. And so I went for Nelly said. That partnership really worked. Really, really worked. So go and listen to it. Loved it.
Shameless plug. Well, you're also an actor. I prefer to call you an actor as opposed to being an actress.
Yes.
You played in the Misfits Uganda theatre group.
Yes.
How does your acting influence your musical performances and vice versa?
That's true. That's a very good question. I've been acting, in different spaces. You know, when you're a church girl, you do everything.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the greatest talents that we have always come from church. If you really look back, you'll see there's an influence of church. And so in church, I was always either acting, singing, dancing. All those three things were happening at the same time.
Simultaneously.
Simultaneously. And so when I was introduced to the Misfits, Mr. Arthur Katende, it was my first time to do that, and we did the kind of a show on The Bodyguard, the movie, the Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston.
We recreated that and said, it was fabulous. It was gruesome but fabulous.
Were you Whitney in the
in
the film?
in the film. So I was singing all the songs, but that acting kind of helped me open up more. And so each time you see a musician on stage, friends, we're literally embodying a part.
Yes.
And so sometimes you're thinking, why is she doing that? Or why is it doing that? You're being too much, but we're actually embodying a part. And so acting has actually kind of influenced how I perform.
Yes.
I'm more open to being very versatile on stage, how I speak, how I stand, how I portray the message. When you come for my shows, I'm very comical and very crazy on stage because also in me is the actor who is able to kind of express myself through the music. So both of those kind of arts work together in the most beautiful way. Yeah.
Honestly, I am very much inspired.
Thank you.
Seems like you've done quite a lot. You've made some of our superstars. Personally, I want to still meet Maurice Kier, Shameless Black. But with many creative projects under your belt, how do you manage to stay grounded and still inspired and hungry enough to keep going?
Man, I've been doing this. I think this year I made 10 years in the industry.
Yay!
So May 1st is always my anniversary date, which I celebrate a lot. And so I think all that, the greatest foundation, I think the first foundation is because I have God. That is my first foundation. My faith, my belief system, that keeps me so grounded. And because I know that I do this out of Him allowing me to do this. That's the first thing. The next thing is the team around me.
Yes.
I have a team that keeps me, like they see the star, but then they also see me as Solome Basuuta. Yes.
Person, yes.
And so sometimes when I'm acting up, I'm doing things that ain't good. I have people around me. You know, I have Coach Jennifer Ochoa. She's a good friend, but she's also my life coach. And she like says, I don't see. You know, my music director. I have friends that keep me grounded. And then I think the third thing is I have family.
Yes.
Family. Like sometimes I can come from a show. Awesome. Fabulous. I reach home. Then my mom said, Solome, in Uganda, if I can say, get off with it, my friend, you guys, that will keep you grounded very well.
You're still a child at home.
I'm still a child at home.
Not a superstar.
You know, not a superstar. So I think those three things come together and just help me to keep going. And I think for me, like I was telling you off air, my why is so big. Why I do this. I was born to do this. I was born to reach the people I need to reach with the art God has given me. And so that keeps me going, even when I feel like, oh my gosh, I'm so tired, I can't wake up at 7:30 for an interview. I said, no, there is somebody there who needs to hear Solome Basuuta.
About Solome Basuuta.
So I show up.
Now let's talk about the moment, which is Solome Live.
Yes.
It has become such a unique and beloved experience.
Yes.
I wonder what makes it different from any other concerts
that I've done.
that you have done.
I think this one came from a place of growth. I did a program called Gift. I keep talking about Coach Jennifer Ochoa, sorry, but because I've done a lot with her. So I did a program with her. She trains leaders and also she trains so many people and helps people through transitions. And so Solome Live came out of that. I'd grown and done a lot of inner work and all that. And I said, and she said, you know, what do you want to do? I said, you know what, I really want to perform, and I really want to perform like a concert every day. Literally, I wrote that in my book. I said, so create something. And so I created Solome Live in season 1. I said season 1, I was literally me and a keyboardist. Yeah, we start small. in a small, intimate setting. There are even nights where nobody came for the night.
Oh, no,
but
baby.
I showed
I'm
up,
showing up.
and I performed for 2 hours.
Oh,
So it started from there. And it kind of grew into season 1 and then season 2 and season 3, which I had at Salama Spring Apartments last year. And so that show is really me reaching my fans and showing them this is Solome. So I perform a lot of Solome Basuuta music. Some people have never heard Solome Basuuta, so they get to know me. I have a lot of conversations. I'm a great conversationalist. I have a lot of katemba, hence because of my mother.
For the razzle dazzle, yeah.
And then there is a lot of conversations about love and all those things. So it feels very warm when people come, intimate. But then so much fun because there's dancing and there is fun and all that thing. And so it has kind of evolved and grown until now we're in season 4. And so most people give me the feedback, Solome, the performance was great. Solome, I'm coming back. Solome, your voice, Solome. And now I have extravagant outfits because of my stylist. Thank God. But
a real superstar.
I really love dressing up. So it's great that the team is also there. Yeah, so the shows are different because dominantly, what I want to do really is for people to get to know the music. People sometimes know the name, they know the music, but they don't know the two things together. So I'm bringing those two things together. That, oh, this is Solome, this is her music, and this is who she is.
And who she really is.
Yeah.
I love that, and I'm also glad you never really gave up. It's very important not to give up on your dreams. I think I share in that as well.
Yeah.
It took me some time to get to where I am right now, so I understand the power of perseverance and staying grounded and going after your dreams.
Yes, absolutely.
How does it feel being back for season 4 now?
Oh my gosh, it feels good and scary because it's a bigger stage.
Yeah.
So at Salama Spring Apartments, it was a bit smaller and more intimate. Now it's stage.
Yes.
It's full production. I have background vocalists. We have dancers in there. Lights, camera, they're big. Everything is kind of expanded in there. So the stage is like, we're there, oh my God, want to reach the Grammy, want to read, the ovals and the Madison Square Garden in New York.
You need your own Hollywood star.
But you have to start from somewhere. You kind of can't jump the process. So National Theatre is amazing and exciting, but then sometimes you're thinking, oh my God, and people have to come, so if people don't come, so there's so many dynamics that you're thinking about.
You're going through emotions.
You're going through so many emotions. It's like bungee jumping. I don't know if you've bungee jumped.
I have.
Yeah, so
adrenaline junkie. I want to see what happens if I jump.
So that's the Solome Live season 4. It's like bungee jumping. You're excited. You're oh my God, but then like oh my God, what if he doesn't? Yeah, so you're going through so many emotions. But one thing I am for sure is it is a great show that everybody needs to come for every single month. It's an experience that I can say it now, but you need to experience it yourself.
For yourself,
yeah. But I'm excited about it. Absolutely.
Same. I'm glad that your audience has grown, and Solome Live as an idea also is receiving the recognition it deserves.
Yes,
National Theatre is going to be a good experience, I believe. But what should fans expect from Solome for this season 4?
For the season 4. I think for those who have been coming for the last seasons, this is going to be an extravaganza that you are going to experience on another level.
Yes.
You had me in the small setting, but now you're going to see Solome, the performer, and enjoy it. For those who really don't know me, Solome Basuuta, you are really going to get to know me. I keep saying at my shows that Solome Live is everything soul and everything love and everything la. So you're going to experience all those emotions at Solome Live. Get to know me, get to know my music. In there, put in some covers that you may know, music that you already know, that you can also enjoy. And so I keep saying, guys, let's fill up National Theatre together. And let's take this journey together.
Now, any surprises? I've been talking about Maurice Kira. Is he coming? Is Nelly said going to be there?
All those things. Oh my gosh, you never know. So the last, because we did the last episode, kickoff was last week, literally in June.
Yes.
And we had a surprise of APUS.
Another great performer.
Yeah, great performer. And we performed a song that he wrote for me called Jolie. So that was really nice. So in the show, the surprise I can tell you now, we have a poet. So we're going to have poetry in there, if you like poetry. And that is with Maritza. She's amazing.
Spoken word?
Spoken word!
Yeah,
so you're going to come through. But this month, I don't have to let the cat out of the bag. My team will kill me. But there is an amazing singer. She sang on so many platforms. She has also done some awesome vocals for some TV series. So I've given you a clue. If you can get the clue, maybe you get a ticket. But yeah, so she's coming through for this month, and I think you guys are gonna have a blast with this one.
I'm trying to see who has done. I'm trying to see who has done a voiceover or something for a movie. Somebody who has been on big stages. It's giving Beyonce. It's giving Beyonce.
Yes, Beyonce is coming for Solome Live.
All right, now,
yes.
Back to the serious issues now. Finally, as we wind up, for all the Ugandan artists out there that are watching, what's your biggest advice for them to stay grounded and true to themselves?
I think, for me, the biggest thing which I have learned personally is be as authentic as you can be as a Ugandan artist. Don't try to be like this one, because you literally cannot be like somebody else. And to know that God in each of us as artists put something in us to give, because we are literally, they keep saying we are literally giving a service. Like a pastor gives a service, we are like pastors in the music industry. And so there's something in you that you need to bring out, and so you need to bring it out most authentically and be in your lane. Some people are great singers, be a great singer. Some people are great producers and trying to be singers, be a great producer. I love Atin Pro, he's a great producer. You know, so I think all Ugandan artists, be authentic and express everything that God has put in you to the maximum. Like, don't give up. Keep going, because my friend, the world is waiting for you.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic sitting down with you, Solome Basuuta.
Well done, girl.
It's been such a fun interview. Now, as we wrap up, I would like you to tell us where this is going to be and the dates, and if there is any prices that are involved, but also cue us out with a nice acapella.
With a nice cafe.
How do you say Wendy? Just in 1 minute. In just 1 minute.
Okay, so Solome Live Season 4 is happening at National Theatre at 8 p.m. on the dot for only 50,000 shillings. You can get your ticket on quicker.com, or literally just go to the National Theatre box office. Get your ticket right now. July 30th, we are coming to you at National Theatre. And hey, you gotta be there, because Zawendi, Zawendi, oh, Kusubizanti, Zawendi, Eviansi tebiri twaula tukumaganenga, Mwami wange nkwagala, nkwagala, Mwami wange nkwagala.
Thank you so much for that beautiful acapella. This is the voice behind Solome Live, so you have to show up and support her. For now, we take a break. Morning at